go for something. Okay. I'll just share here. I'll share the Smith chart. So this is what your complete Smith chart. What we are doing right now, that by using the Smith chart, we are going to calculate some impedances. That is one simple network I'll take, and we are going to calculate the impedance. So before that, we have to understand the what is this Smith chart. So in the Smith chart, this is what the Smith chart. This is complete Smith chart. You can see here the multiple lines are there. So have you seen this Smith chart before? Have you used for any subject? Any comment quickly?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you have used, you know little bit. So if I will say, suppose the characteristics impedance of any, suppose I will give the Z0, and if characteristic impedance is 50 ohm, and my impedance is again 50 ohm. So we have to do the normalize, that is we are to divide it by the characteristics impedance. Okay, whatever the characteristics impedance is there. So that we have to divide. Now if I had to plot Z equals to 1, so normalize, I am saying that is Z, my impedance is 50 ohm, and my characteristics impedance is also 50 ohm. So what is my equivalent impedance? That is equals to 1. So where it is, so on the horizontal line, you just see here, on this horizontal line, you just see that here horizontal line, here 0, it is not mentioned. So here it is, sorry, I'll share it again. Okay, so on this horizontal line, you are able to see this. Uh, okay, so this is here 0.1, 0.2, 0.3. So these are the value 0.4. Okay, it goes on, and here it is 1. So 1 is what? 1 is here the center of the Smith chart. Okay, so here this is what? 1. So this is, I will just, so this is what your center of Smith chart. So this is 1. Now this 0 to 1 and 1 to infinity, this is 1. Then what you can see here, 1, this is 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, 2, 3, and this is 4, 5, 10, here 20, 50, and this end is infinity. Okay, so this end is, this is what the resistance value we are saying. This end is infinity and this end is 0. And these, all these value are the normalized value. So if I want to put a resistance value of 1, so I can put here. If any resistance value of 1.2, I can put on this horizontal line. So it is between 0 to infinity, you can put any resistance, but you have to remember that it will be the normalized resistance. Now we will go further, that is instead of the resistance, if you want to put the impedance, then how you can plot the impedance. So impedance can be plotted. We will take one example. So I'll just now onwards I'll take the impedances as the normalized impedances. Okay, so I'll take 1 plus 1. Okay, 1 plus J1. Okay, 1 plus J is what? That is the imaginary value. Okay, that is, now anybody can tell me this impedance, whether it will be the inductive reactance or it is a capacitive reactance? 1 plus 1j. Anyone? Quickly.
Is it capacitance?
It is not capacitance, beta. It is inductive, because if it is inductive, then it is plus.
Okay.
J is plus, then it is inductive. If your J is minus, then it will be capacitive. Okay. So if you will see this line here, you can see these lines here. Here this line, okay, this line. Suppose I'll say 1. So what is the value 1 here? This is the resistance value. So resistance value 1 is here, and plus J1. So if you will go from this line, that is 1, this circle, so when you will reach here, so it will be 1. So whatever this spot, where here I will get my impedance as 1 plus 1J. Okay. So if I'll say the another point, that is suppose 1 plus J.5. Okay. This is what the another impedance, that is I'll say Z2, maybe my another impedance. So Z2 equals to, you have to plot plus 1 plus J.5. So what you have to do? You just the one is what? One is the resistance. This one is the resistance. So this resistance line is this horizontal line. So here you will have 1. Now you can move on this circle of 1. So when you will move on this circle of 1, you will get here, this is 1, and here this is 0.2, this is 0.4, this is 0.6. So in between 0.4 and 0.6, here this is 0.5. Okay. So this spot here, this spot, it will be what your impedance Z2, that is 1 plus J.5. Okay. So this is what your impedance Z2. Now if I'll say my another impedance, suppose I'll go for the another impedance, I'll go for Z3. So Z3 equals to, again I'll take 1 for the understanding. Now I'll take minus. Now it will be the capacitive reactance. J, again I'll take minus 1. Okay. So Z3 is 1 minus J1. Now if I'm taking this as the minus, so what you have to do? Again here it is 1, and now as it is a minus J, sorry, Z3 is gone. Okay, I'll put it again. So your Z3 equals to 1 minus J1. Okay, so here it is. Now you just we will go from here. So here 1, now it is minus, so I'll go down. Okay, so as it is the minus, I will go down. So this is 1, this is 1.2, this is 1 means it is the resistance part. Now this 0.2 is the reactance part. As I'm going down, so what it is? It is the reactance part, that is 0.2, this is 0.4, and this is 0.6, 0.8, and 1. So 1 minus 1 is this. Here I'll get 1 minus 1. Okay. So here 1 minus 1, here I'll get this point is 1 minus 1. Okay. 1 minus 1, I'll get it here. This point is 1 minus 1. So here, similar to this, we can plot the impedances. So anyone, you can suggest any impedance so that we can we will try to plot that impedance. Anyone just suggest any impedance, so we will try to plot it. From A division, roll number 10 is there.
So 2 plus 2j.
2 plus 2j. Okay, so I'll just remove it. So I have a very small place. So I'll just take this Z4, suppose, equals to 2 plus 2. Okay. Now, can you tell me how to plot? Where is 2? This 2. 2 is in the horizontal line.
But
So
2
where is
is
2?
over here.
2 is here. Okay, here horizontal line 2. Now it is plus.
On
So
top.
where we have to
On
go?
up, on
Up
up.
or down? We have to go up. So this side up, we have to go. Okay. For the understanding, I am plotting this. So on this circle, I am going. So here it is 1. Okay. So this is 0.2, 0.4, 0.6, 0.8, and here it is 1. Now I had to go for what I want. Oh, I had to go for 2. Huh. Have you? Are you able to see it here? This is 2. This is 5, 4, 3, and here it is 2. Is it possible
Yes,
to
sir.
see you here? So it is 2. So you can take from this line, and here this point, here it is 2 plus 2. Okay, this line and this line. Okay, so if I will show it properly, so here it is 1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, and 2. So this line you have to take, and now line of 2. So this is your line of 2. It will go here. So this point, it will be 2 plus 2. Am I right? Have you got this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So similar to this, now you can plot the impedances. Now I'll go a little bit fastly to take the another impedances. So instead of this, I will just go for the quick impedances. Now what you are required to do, you just note it down these impedances. Okay. So screen share and so you just noted down these impedances, all of you. So Z1, what you have to do here, the characteristics impedance is given. So characteristics impedance is 50. All of you on a piece of paper or a notebook, you just take down all these impedances and let me know that whether you are able to do it. You can just open a Smith chart if you are on the laptop or on the whatever the device you are using, and the Z1, the impedances are given. So characteristics impedance is 50. Z1 is here, that is 100 plus J50. So Z1, what is the first case that you have to do the normalization. So how we will do the normalization? So normalization, we are doing it here. Normalization. So what, divide by 50? Why 50? Because 50 is the characteristic impedance. So divide it by 50. So we are dividing it by the 50. So 100 by 50 it is 2, and 50 by 50 it is 1. So 2 plus J1. So can you just try it? 2 plus J1. You just open the Smith chart. If you will do the Google complete Smith chart PDF, so you will get this similar PDF what I used previously. So that PDF, you can use this PDF and just plot 2 plus J. If anybody has completed it, let me know so that he can do it here or she can do it here. For Z1, anybody can show it to me? I have here 2 plus J1. Roll number 17 from division B. Roll number 17, 17.
Yes, sir.
You are here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So can you plot this 2 plus J? I'll give you the blank Smith chart.
Yes, sir. I can.
हेलो
One
हेलो
minute,
Yes, sir.
हाँ
डोंगरे सर
हाँ
एक मिनट हाँ ये अवनी कौन से डिवीजन में है और रोल नंबर क्या है इसका उसने
इसका?
एंटर नहीं किया है सिर्फ नाम लिख के
हाँ
ये
छोड़
किया
दो सर, डोंट गिव द अटेंडेंस,
ओके
दैट इज नॉट अवर लुकआउट.
ओके सर
So
Sir, I have changed the name.
now here
My
Z1,
last class attendance was not given, sir.
it is given.
Like
I
in
had
the
taken a note.
okay, like in the group, the screenshot that came in the piece of paper, my roll number wasn't there.
I had taken it.
All right, sir.
So Z1, it is what is it? 2 plus J. 2 plus J. So here you can just do 2 plus J. So 2 plus J. Where is 2? Here is 2. And J, this is 1. So this is what your Z1. Okay. So have you seen this? So this is Z1. Why we require this? Because we are going to calculate the equivalent impedance afterwards. So that's why we require it. Okay. Z2, then I'll just go through for Z2. Z2 is 75 minus J 100 ohm. Now 75 means 75
Hello?
divided by 50. So it is 1.5.
Sir,
Yes.
Shastri sir, I have renamed myself.
I
You
have
take
seen.
it in consideration when you are logged in.
Yes, sir.
So otherwise we will not consider it. So 1.5 minus J2. So 1.5 minus J2. So you just go through one, that is Z2 equals to 1.5. So where is 1.5? You can just see 1.2, 1.4, 1.6. So here is it is 1.5. 1.5 minus J2. So where is J2? 1.5. Here it is 1.5. On this line you can go down 1.5 and J2 here minus, as it is minus, so we have gone down. So this is what your Z2. Okay, again we'll go for the Z3. Are you getting it? Can anyone give me confirmation?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now this is Z3. Now Z3 is J200, means here the real part is 0. Now it is somewhat interesting. If your real part is 0, then what happened? The J200 divided by 50. So how much it is? J4. So Z3 equals to your J4. Now what is the, where is the 0 part? Where is your 0? On this horizontal line, your 0 is located here. At this end, the real part starting from 0 and here it is infinity. So 0 is here. And what is the imaginary part? So imaginary part is J4. Whether it is plus or minus, it is plus. So where is J4? You just see. Now here it is your on this circle you have to go. Okay. On this circle here it is 0.1. Why on this circle? Because this is a circle of 0. This is 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, 0.5, 0.6, 0.7. This is 0.1, 1.2, 1.4, 1.6, 1.8, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4. Okay. So here is your Z3. What is Z3? It is J4. J4 is here. Now we will go for the next. So I'll directly go for the normalized value. So normalized value is Z4 equals to 3. Now here real part is only there and imaginary part is not there. Okay. So real part, what? This line. This is line is for the real part. So for this real part, what value you want? Value of 3. So this is what 3 here. So this is what your Z4. Then you can go for the Z5. Z5 is what? Infinity. Where is infinity? Infinity is on what side? Infinity is on this side. So this is Z5. This is 0 and this is infinity. So at this end, it is infinity on this the horizontal line. So this is your Z5. Then I'll go for the Z6. Z6 is 0. 0 is on the right side. So here is it is 0. It is on the right side. So this is Z6. It is 0. Next one is what? Z7. Z7 is what? 1. Where is 1? Initially we have taken 1 plus 0 or minus 0, whatever it is. So this is what your Z7. Then last one. Now last one, this is what somewhat some critical. Now here you have to take some approximation. 3.68. In the problems you got such numbers. So how you can do the approximation. So that is required here. 3.68 minus J18. So if your number is large, then you have to do some approximation. So how we'll do? So 3.68. So you just go on the horizontal line. So here 3.68 on the horizontal line. This is 3. This is 4. And between 3 and 4, you have to choose the line 3.68. So if you will consider each line, so it is 1, 2, 3, and this is 4 and this is 5. So between 3 and 4, there are 5 lines. So every line is of 0.2. So this is 3.2, this is 3.4, this is 3.6, and this is 3.8. So between 3.6 and 3.8, you have to do the approximation and you have to go this way. Now 3.6 says plus or minus, what is the value? It is minus 18. 3.68 minus 18. Now between here 3.68, you will go here and this way near to, this is thick line is the line of 4. So you are going near to this, here, and now what you are looking? You are looking for 18. So where is 18 you will get? So minus here minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5, minus 10, minus 5, and here minus 10, and then here somewhere is minus 50. So somewhere here in between, this is minus 10 and this is minus 20. So here again every division is of 2. So here it will be the 18. So from here this circle will come and it will end here. So here you have to do some approximation. So this is what your last Z8. So Z8 you have to draw it properly. I'll repeat it again. So here 3.68. 3.68 line is not there. This is 6, this is 3, and this is 4. So between 3 and 4, 5 lines are there. So each line is of 0.2. So for 3.2, 3.4, 3.6, and 3.8. So between that, the line is there. So you have to come this way and you have to go till 20. This line is of 20. So before that, it is 18. So this approximation you have to do. So this is what the thing that you have to do it. So all of you just take down this, and all of you have to mark this, all the 8 impedances, or I'll just put according to some multiplication factor according to your roll number or something. So this will be the exercise that you have to do. You have to plot all these impedances on a single Smith chart and you have to upload on the Google Classroom. So this is one thing. So this is the basic assignment. Now we will go for the actual part. Now in the actual part, I'll just point it out. So in the actual part, uh, it is somewhat interesting. So what it is interesting, that we have to create a circuit on the using Smith chart. What is this? Is there any doubt for the previous problem? Is there any doubt? I think if there is no doubt, means you people have understood everything. So it is easy. Okay. So have you? This is what the experiment what we are to do. So this, what is this experiment? Experiment means it is the calculation, simple. But this equivalent calculation of Z, that you did multiple times. So it is a very simple job. But this job becomes special when you will, this calculation of Z, when you will do it by using Smith chart. So how to do that? So what is there? These impedances, these characteristics impedances of 50 ohm, and this 50 ohm is there, and these are the normalized value. And again, this is what the R is 1, the normalized value is given. So directly you can plot it on the Smith chart. So this is R equals to 1 ohm. This is X. X means it is not the inductance value. It is what? A reactance value. So reactance value is, it is 1. This is again B. X means what? Reactance. What is reactance? What is reactance? If I'll write Z equals to what? I will write R plus JX. What is J? What is X? It is the reactance part. And what is R? It is what? The resistance part. Now, if I will write Y, what is Y? Anybody?
Admittance.
Yes, correct. Admittance equals to what? Similar to the previous. Here I write Z equals to R plus JX. So Y equals to, anyone?
1 upon Z.
1 upon Z, correct. But I want in terms of R plus JX, so I want the 1 upon Z is correct, but I want the parameter related to this. So Z
1 by R
equals
minus
G plus
to B plus, you are saying G for good.
G for conductance na.
G for conductance, correct. G plus what? G plus J what? JX or J something?
J something.
What will be that something?
M.
No, it is not M. It is not M. I'll write all capital. It is JB. What is B? B stand for susceptance. This is Y. Y is admittance. G is conductance. And B is susceptance. What is susceptance? It is 1 upon X. So inverse of the reactance is susceptance. What is conductance? Inverse of the resistance is conductance. What is Z? Inverse of admittance is Z. So that we know. Z equals to impedance equals to resistance plus reactance. Impedance equals to resistance plus reactance. And Y is admittance equals to conductance plus susceptance. This we require in this experiment. So you please write it down. You people are aware, but sometimes we forgot it. So this resistance. Now this is what I write in the capital. Okay. So capital means it is the normal resistance. But now I'll just write a small. This everything is in small. Small means that is normalized value. So in the normalized, it is Z equals to the same R plus JX and Y equals to G plus JB. The small and capital you will require to understand in case of the impedance matching, whatever the next week we will do. So the difference is there. So that we have to do. Now here we are doing calculation in terms of this. Okay. So this is what the formula. So everything we are doing in terms of the small value. Now what is the question here? This is what the circuit given. R is the resistance value. Okay. So the resistance value is given this much, and this is what reactance. The X part is given. It is a pure inductor. So pure inductor, or this is what considered as pure inductor. So reactance is 1. This is again the pure inductor. Reactance is -3. Okay, it is for understanding. This is what capacitance. Now for the capacitance, X is given. Okay. So the capacitance reactance is given, it is -1.4. For the reactance, when this is what the susceptance when it is in parallel. So this capacitor is in parallel, B is given, and this X is given. This reactance is given when this inductor is in series. So can you observe one thing? The element which are in parallel, their B is given, that is the susceptance is given, and the element which are in series, their reactance is given. Why this may be given? Any guess? Any guess? Okay, I'll ask one question. If two impedances are there, or okay, impedances are there, that is impedance Z1 and impedance Z2. If they are in series, what is the resultant impedance?
Z1 plus Z2.
Yes, correct. So if two impedances are there, if they are in series, so the resultant impedance Z equals to Z1 plus Z2, correct? Now if two admittances are there, that is Y1 and Y2, and if these two admittances are connected in parallel, so what is the resultant Y?
Y1 plus Y2.
Correct. Means what? Here the thing is, if the impedances are in series, they are added, and if the admittances are in parallel, they are added. Okay. So that's why admittance, here it is the for the admittance, here the admittance is there. So for the admittance, it is B is given, they are parallel, so we require B. So it is in a simple manner, and here the X is given. Okay, so simply X we have to add in series and here in parallel. So it is the simple calculation. Now we have to go further. Till now we are not gone for the Smith chart. Now we will go for the Smith chart. How we will do the addition? How we will do this? So we will simply split it into this part. So what it is? R equals to 1 plus Jx. May I write this as, I'll erase this. Okay, so this same circuit I split into this part. Okay, so what it will be? X equals to 1. This is 1 plus J1. Okay, and this is, what will be this B value? This is 0 minus 0.3. What is this value? That is 0 minus 0.4. What is this B? Because these are the reactance and susceptance. What will be this 1.1? That is 0 plus 1.1. What is this X? That is 0 plus 0.9. So only real part is this R, and all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all these elements will be the imaginary. So what I did, I just split into this part and name this as A, B, C, D and Z. So what is the resultant? We have to calculate this. So how we will calculate this? This is what 1 plus Jx. Now this we have to add in this, but this 1 plus Jx is in parallel with this. So how to do this on the Smith chart? Okay, now we'll go to this. So all of you, can you just draw this circuit diagram on a single paper, so that when we will go ahead, then you can understand where is the section A, where is section B, where is section C, and where is D, and where is Z. Okay, so quickly I'll give a minute, and quickly you just do it. Okay, so simultaneously we will go on the Smith chart. So on the Smith chart, simultaneously, if you have opened the Smith chart, you can plot 1 plus jx. Okay, so 1 plus jx, that plotting can be done on the Smith chart. So do it. Now I'll go little bit down on the Smith chart for the answer. So this will be look like our Smith chart answer. So here is the first step. So is it are you people able to understand this? Yes, you have to. I'll just make it somewhat okay. So here ABCD, I hope that you have taken the whatever the circuit diagram. So 1 plus J1, so this 1 is here horizontal line, and plus J1. So this is what your A. Okay. So this A is written in the form of this is A. 1 plus J1. What? Here it is. Here it is 1 plus J1. Okay. This circuit. Now what is the next circuit? Next element is this. What is this element? This element is in parallel. These elements are in series. So what we have to convert? This is what? Impedance. And this is what? It is not impedance. It is the part of admittance. This Y equals to we know that just G plus JB. So this impedance we have to convert into the admittance, and then we can add. So how to convert the admittance? You can say, sir, you just take the inverse. So that is okay. You can take mathematically, but we have to solve it on the Smith chart. So on the Smith chart, to do this, it is a very simple step. What you have to do? This is what A, and this is what your first part, which we did. I'll take the another color so that it will be easy for you. Okay, so this is what your first part. This is what your A. Okay, now when you have to convert this point to the admittance, why we have to convert admittance? Because we have to add the another admittance. So from here you just draw a line which will pass from this origin and it will extend. So this will be a line, red line. So what we are doing, you just convert the A into A dash. This is what A into A dash. You just see this red line. Are you able to see the red line? Yes. So this red line is A and A dash. What we are doing, A and A dash, that is what the conversion of impedance into the admittance. So impedance, whatever this impedance, we have converted into the admittance. This impedance we have converted into the admittance. How? Now you know the rounder. Okay, so the rounder you just take and put the rounder at the origin and just mark it at A and just make it in the opposite direction and mark it at the A dash. So you will get this point, whatever this point that you will get. So this point is what your the another point here. You will get this point. So this point is A dash. So A dash is what you have converted. What you have converted? impedance into admittance. So A dash is nothing but the admittance. Now the rules come. So what is here? What you have to add? Now it becomes Y. So you have to subtract 0.3. Okay. So now how to subtract 0.3? So here it is the imaginary part. All these circles, these all circles are the imaginary circles. So we have gone from this point to this point, from A dash to B. So why we have gone from A dash to B? If you will, yes, any question? Is there any question? Okay. So the A dash 0.3 is there. So you just see what will the value here. It is 0.5, then 0.6, 0.7 and 0.8. So here this value is 0.8. So 0.5 plus 0.3 is 0.8. So why we did this? Now, if you are in admittance and if you want to add or subtract, so if you want to add the admittance, then you can go clockwise. If you want to subtract the admittance, then you go anti-clockwise. So this is minus 0.3. So subtraction means anti-clockwise from this point to this point. It is what? Anti-clockwise. So addition means clockwise. This is the one rule. You just write it down. If you have to add, if it is plus, I'll just do this. Plus, rule is plus, then clockwise. Plus, then clockwise. And if there is a minus, then anti-clockwise. Okay. So if you are to go, if you are to add for any Z or Y, so clockwise means addition and anti-clockwise in the Smith chart means subtraction. So you are going anti-clockwise. So you got this point B. So what is the point B? The real imaginary part is 0.8. And what is the real part? You just see real part. What real part is there? So here the real part, this point B. If you will see this circle, this real part circle, it will go here. It is 0.5. Okay. So here 0.5 minus 0.8. This is what B. Now where till what point we came? We came till the second point, till here. Okay. Now what is, we have to go for the third point. Now third point is what? Now third point is in series. Now we are in what? We are in parallel, means we are in admittance. Now we have to go in series. So for what? Again convert this B to B dash. Why? Because this is in admittance. Now we have to convert it to the impedance. So draw a line which is passing through origin and take the exact distance, whatever, that is the scale distance or the rounder. If you are doing on a paper, so you can take a rounder by a pencil and just mark it when the line should pass through 1. It should pass through this one. So B will be, this is B dash. Okay. Now this B dash, what it becomes? It becomes impedance. So B dash becomes the impedance. Now the next is what? Now it is in series, it is impedance, minus 0.4. So let me know minus 0.4. So we have to go clockwise or anti-clockwise? Quickly.
Anti-clockwise.
Correct. So minus means anti-clockwise. So B, it is here. So anti-clockwise. How much we have to go anti-clockwise? 1.4. Here it is mentioned 1.4. So we have to go 1.4 anti-clockwise. So here, what is the point? You just check. That is, how much is this? This is 0.9. B dash, you just check. It is 0.9. So 0.9, you have to go anti-clockwise. How much? 1.4. So 0.9. So from here to here, when you will come, so it will be 0.9. Okay. And then 0.5 you have to add. Okay. So from here to here, it is 0.9. Then 1. Then here 1.2, 1.3 and here 1.4. Okay, so you will come to this point. So this point, what you will call this point as C. Okay, so this point you will come near to this A dash, this point is C. Now we'll go further. What is again, we came here. Now what is the next point? Next point is in parallel. So again impedance you have to convert to the admittance, and B is 1.1. So convert it. So you are here C. Now convert C into C dash. Again the rule is same, passing through origin. So this is what the C dash. You will get the point here. Now what it is C dash, what we have to add or subtract? 1.1 we have to add or subtract? Add. So it is plus 1.1. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, we have to go clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Clockwise. So from here you go 1.1 clockwise. So how much it is? It is 0.9. Now you go clockwise 0.9, then it is 1, and you just reach to 2. 0.9 plus 1.1, you will reach to 2. Okay, on the same circle. This is drawn on the same circle. Which circle? This circle is of whatever the circle of 1. Okay, where the C you got. So you got at the D. Okay, now only the last point is remain. What is the last point? Again it is in series. We came here. Now the last point is there. 1.1 we have added. Now last point is 0.9. So here D we reach here. Now again we have to convert D to D dash. So D is converted to D dash, and the last point is plus 9. Plus 9 plus 0.9. Plus 0.9 means clockwise or anti-clockwise?
Clockwise.
Clockwise.
Clockwise. So this is what 0.4. 0.4 plus 0.4 plus 9. 0.9. Okay. So this is what 0.4 and 0.9. So from here, if you will go, so it will be 0.4 from this point. So from this point to this point, it is 0.4. And what is remain? 0.5 is remain. So 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, 0.4 and 0.5. So it will reach to the Z. So what is your Z value? Your final Z, it becomes, this is what? 0.2, and the answer is what? 0.2 plus 0.5. 0.2 plus J 0.5. So this will be your answer. So this is what the experiment that you have to do. This is what calculation. It looks very simple, and it is a very simple. Only the thing is here a small change I'll do. Clockwise, anti-clockwise rule, you just remember. For this R, I'll do one small change. Okay. So what will be that change? That change, the value of R, only I'll change one value. R equals to roll number divided by 10. Suppose my roll number is 7. So 7 divided by 10. So R value for me, it is what? 0.7. If my roll number is 20, so 20 by 10. So my R value is 2. If my roll number is 70 by 10, so my R value will be 7. If my roll number is 56, so 56 by 10, it is 5.6. If my roll number is 11, so 11 by 10, so it is 1.1. Are you getting? So this way you have to solve this problem, and the other parameters will remain same. The other parameter that will remain same. If you have any doubt, then let me know. Otherwise, this is all from my side. The experiment title will be equivalent impedance resolution using Smith chart. Equivalent impedance resolution using Smith chart. You note it down. As we discussed, today will be given to you. Okay. Any doubt? Then just ask. Is there any doubt? Okay. So there will not be any doubt. So Shastri sir, you can stop the recording because you are a host. You just pause the recording.
Sir, when we got the software and Smith chart,